My name is Sheila Bonham and I am a statistician in the Census Division. I am here to present the findings from Profile 6 Homelessness. This profile details the number of people who spent census night in either accommodation designated for homeless people or sleeping rough in April 2022. The profile includes an overview of homeless people in Ireland and covers topics such as principal economic status and level of education, as well as other areas including citizenship and health. I will highlight some interesting facts to give an insight to what is available in the full publication on the CSO website. I will begin with an overview of homelessness in Ireland. The homeless count is difficult to enumerate and there are challenges capturing data on this cohort of the population. The analysis presented here and in the publication on homelessness is based on those who responded to the questions on the census form. The high level of non-response should be considered if drawing comparisons with the general population. Please refer to the methodology detailed in the background notes for this publication for more information. There were 10,321 people counted as homeless in Census 2022. This map shows where the people included in this count spent census night based on 9 regional homeless action plan areas. More than 2/3 of the homeless population were in the Dublin region on census night. The next highest concentrations of people were in the southwest and the mid-east. Comparing the homeless population with the general population, we can see that at 60% there were more males than females. Among the general population, there were 49% males and 51% females. The homeless population was generally younger than the overall population. The average age of people counted as homeless was 29.5 years compared with an average age of 38.8 years for the general population. With an average age of 25.5 years, females in the homeless population were on average younger than males at 32 years. 32% were aged less than 20 years compared to 26% for the general population. And just 4% were aged 60 years or more, compared to 20% among the general population. Looking now at marital status and family units. There were higher proportions of single people aged 15 years and over among the homeless population, at more than 80%, compared with the general population at 43%. The proportion of married people among the homeless population was lower than the general population at 12%, compared with 46%. There were just under 1,400 family units, which made up almost half of the homeless population. 31% of these families had one child, while a further 28% had 2 children. Among families with children, there were more one-parent families than couples. There were 80 families consisting of couples without children. We will now go on to look at economic status and education among the homeless population. 59% of homeless people were in the labour force. 776 people, or just 25%, were at work. Just over 1/3 of homeless people who provided information on principal economic status were unemployed, more than half of whom were long-term unemployed for 12 months or more. Just half of the homeless population aged 15 years and over provided information on level of education. Of these, 501 people had no formal or primary level education. A further 1,183 people had completed lower or upper levels of secondary education, while 414 people were educated to 3rd level. I will now move on to the chapter on diversity and health. Looking at citizenship and ethnicity, among those who recorded their citizenship, 65% were Irish. The next highest proportions were Romanian citizens at 15% and African citizens at 6% of the responding homeless population. Among those who responded to the question on ethnicity, 41% identified as white Irish and a further 15% identified in each of the categories Black or Black Irish and Roma. Just over 40% of the homeless count provided information on either the general health or long-lasting conditions or difficulties question on the census form. Among those who answered the general health question, almost 80% reported that their general health was either very good or good. Just over 5% of those who responded to the question reported bad or very bad health. Among those who provided at least one response to a category in either question on long-lasting conditions or difficulties, just over 1/3, or 36%, reported experiencing at least one long-lasting condition or difficulty to any extent. Half of these experienced at least one long-lasting condition or difficulty to a great extent. Thank you for watching this presentation. Again, to note, there is a more detailed publication on the CSO website with additional visualisations and tables. I will now finish up with the infographic for homelessness in Ireland. This release completes the suite of publications from the Census 2022 results, which include data on a wide range of topics, all of which are available on the Census website, so be sure to log on to cso.ie to explore the data. Any queries you may have can be emailed to census@cso.ie. Thank you for your time today.